All right. We are back. And let's finish up the NFL talk. The Packers got the job done against San Francisco. Woo! The Pack got the job done. 34-16. Aaron Rodgers hooked up all day long with Donald Driver, Donald Lee, Greg Jennings. Let's see. It should be Myk calling in. Hey, Myk, what's up? How's it going, man?
Hey, is that Avry?
Yep, Saber, Myk, what's up?
Are we online now? We on air?
Yep, we're on air, Myk.
Alright, man. Yeah, good. I've just been watching you the last 20 minutes, mate. Very impressive, and anyone that likes Gabriel Morency's got to be my mate, so good to meet you up there in Edmonton, champ.
You too, man. I know I was talking with my dad, I know. I couldn't mistake you. Nobody else in the city will be dressed that way with the hat. I knew it had to be you, and it ran into you on Friday night.
Yeah, mate, wear the hat, BC Lions jersey. I love the Lions. Started with them in '98, so stuck with the BC Lions. We had a bit of a rough year, but we'll be back. Wally's got a good young team coming through, so watch out for the Lions next year in our home city of Vancouver. I can't wait, mate, because this year in Edmonton was an unbelievable Grey Cup. It was my 10th, and it was one of my favourites.
I know, Myk. I know. This week. I know you traveled through. I know a lot of people may not know this, but you travel every Grey Cup for the past 10 years. You've been traveling around. You've done the snowball, which is what you and I played in. I know there's probably some people going, Avry, what the hell is the snowball? So I'll just explain what the snowball was or is, Myk.
Yeah, mate. Great that you played in it. Thanks for that. It was,
no problem,
it's a game of CFL style football played on Grey Cup Sunday at 12 o'clock. It's East versus West, and it's played by die-hard fans. So it's been going for 11 years, and that's why it was good to get you and young Tigger Jr. and a couple of the young fellas to come through, because a lot of guys that have played for 11 years are getting older now. So I need this new group of young kids like yourself to join and play, and it was fun. It was a bit hard to run in that snow, but it was a snowball, and there was plenty of snow on the ground up there in Edmonton for sure.
No, of course, no. West got done again. We won 42-21. Good to see us beat the East again.
Yeah, mate. I played for the East because I live out here in Ottawa now. I wanted to play for the West, but yeah, I had to work hard to round up the East players. And as you know, in Edmonton, not many of the fellas from out East travel out there. There was quite a few Tiger Cat fans, not many Alouettes or not many Argos, a few Bomber fans, but yeah, we go. It's 6-5 now. The East are up 6-5 in the 11-year history. So next year, if it's 6-all, who knows, mate? We could go into Toronto for the 100th Grey Cup, and it could be 6-all in the snowball history. So that'll be kind of special for the 100th Grey Cup down there in Toronto, the apparent centre of the universe. Don't know why they say that, but some people believe it.
I know, I believe it is. But you know one thing, though, for the 100th Grey Cup, though, you got to get Morency playing in that game in 2012. I'm sure he loves
Yeah, mate, you want to play? If you want to play in next year in 2012, you are in, because the guys that play the year before are automatic first in for the next year. And, we still got room. And hopefully next year we'll have like 14, 28. We can have 30, 40 people playing, all in their outfits. So it's something I want to build on. And some good old-time fellas. I took a lot of footage in 09, so you can check out some of my shows there where we filmed it and had a hot chick co-hosting with me and put a lot of effort into filming it in 09.
That's true, man. I know, Myk. I know. I never really got who you're cheering for in the game last week. Who you pulling for? Montreal or Saskatchewan? You never told me.
Oh, mate. Yeah, you know what? I was kind of mixed because, as you know, Gabriel Morency, I've been on his show up there since 2002 when he was in Montreal. Then he moved down there to smelly Toronto a few years ago. So I actually know, I know quite well Damon Duval, Anwar Stewart, a few of those blokes. So I know quite a few of the Alouettes players. But in the end, I had to go for the Riders because, mate, I felt sorry for them after last year's loss. And what have they won? 3 Grey Cups and lost like 15 now. So I was going for the Riders. And there's so many fans there. I was hoping they'd win, but hey, you're going to hand it to Montreal. It's twice they've gone into Edmonton, and with hardly any fans there, they've won and shut the crowd up for sure, eh?
No, that's true. I mean, that was my first Grey Cup going to. I mean, I know after the snowball Myk, I got a text from my buddy. He asked me, he told me, Avry, got 2 free tickets. You want them? I said, yeah. I called another buddy of mine, want to go to a Grey Cup. We went. I mean, we froze our tails off, but it was worth it, Myk.
Yeah, mate, I used to go, like I said, I've been in Canada 12 years. I've been to 10 Grey Cup weeks. The last few times I actually haven't gone to the game. I sat in the bar and watched it because I've had so much fun through the whole week. Game day, I was just ready to sit back and sit in the bar and watch it, and I kind of made the right decision with the last 2 years. It's been pretty cold sitting out there, but yeah, I love the CFL, mate. Love the whole week. So many parties. There's nothing like it in the world. Made this argument with a mate from Australia about the Aussie Rules Grand Final compared to Super Bowl, compared to Grey Cup. Grey Cup, 4 or 5 days, is without doubt my favourite party, my favourite 4 to 5 days every year. And I've been to 10 of them, so I'll go all the way to back up that the Grey Cup's the best party in Canada, if not one of the best in the world.
Oh, it has to be worth one of the best in the world, because where else do you see, like you said, 4 to 5 days of parties, and people from every single team shows up and puts on a party? You don't see it in the NFL where every team has a party every single day. You don't see it happening.
That's right, Avry, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Like, normally you can get into the spirit of Edmonton, say, 4 o'clock on a Saturday. We went there at 2:30. There was a massive lineup. Went around to the Ryderville one. Well, no chance of getting into the Ryderville one. Then we went to the Tiger Catch one, and there was a line up there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So the people of Edmonton, I've got to congratulate them. Edmonton is one of the friendliest cities in Canada. The city gets right into an event like the Grey Cup. I know you get into the Indy Grand Prix and stuff as well, but
right.
The city of Edmonton's fantastic. Very friendly people, huge crowds turned out. And then we had all the Ryder fans drive across from Saskatchewan, so there's just green people everywhere, mate. There's greenies everywhere, eh?
I mean, I've never seen Edmonton just invaded by so many green people. I mean, even the snowball, what? Like, the game ended up being, what, the rest of the CFL versus Saskatchewan?
Yeah, that's right, mate.
That's true, Myk. I know you said you're a BC Lions fan. I gotta ask you, though, I know Wally Buono said he's coming back next year. What do you think of Wally Buono returning?
Oh, mate, I'm happy about that. You know what? You go on Linebackers and a few of these websites, my buddy owns that, and you get the critical fans out there, but let's be honest, Wally's done a great job. He had a bit of a rebuilding year. I still say, to this day, if Casey Printers was fit, I reckon he could have taken us all the way. Now, I saw the BC Lions play up here in Montreal about halfway through the season. Printer's knee was done. He wasn't that good. I really think he had knee trouble. Then he had a bit of an outburst, but, mate, I'm a big Casey Printers fan. I really think if he stayed fit and kept his head, he could have taken the Lions all the way. Because let's be honest, they only just lost to the Saskatchewan boys in the playoffs, and then the Saskatchewan went on and beat those rock stars down there at Calgary. So once you make the playoffs, it's anyone's game, as we all know, right? So
right.
BC Lions will be back. We've got a lot of good young kids, a lot of good running backs, and a lot of good Canadian kids like Jamal Lee and some of these fellas. So we'll be back next year. Don't worry about that.
That's true. I know you said about Casey Printers. If Casey Printers could have controlled his ego, I mean, he'll still be the quarterback for the Lions. But, you can't go on TV cameras like that, tear your helmet off, and then yell at your receivers. You can't do that.
Yeah, I know, mate. I've been a big Casey Printers fan, but yeah, he does get a bit upset. He kept his head while he brought him back, but obviously he did upset a few people. But I was really disappointed because, I don't know, I just thought he could have taken us all the way. But, Jarius Jackson and Lule, Wally's smart. He'll always bring a new quarterback through. So Wally's a very smart coach. And like I said, these young kids, these young running backs and some of these players from Canada in the BC Lions lineup now, they're just going to get way, way better. Now, as you know, Avry, Canadian talent is really, really important in the CFL.
Of course. I mean, you know what? I honestly believe we need the Canadian rule. We need a rule that states at least one Canadian quarterback per team. I believe that we need a rule for Canadian quarterbacks. It's dumb. Only one quarterback. Danny Brannigan, the one Canadian quarterback, is on the practice roster. I mean, that's wrong.
Yeah, you know what? It would be good. Jim Barker's a big advocate of that. He's a great fellow. I know him down there from Calgary, and he's, you know, coaching the Argonauts now. He's a big advocate of Canadian quarterbacks, but I gotta say, mate, my biggest disappointment with Canadian football is CIS. There's not enough games, mate. Like, I went and watched the Ottawa GG 3 times this year. Fantastic football, a bit better standard than out west. And the GGs went well. We nearly got to the Vanier Cup, but not enough games, mate. Why they play 8 games? That's just silly. They've got to get more than that. Or is it 10 games or whatever? They've got to get more games in the CIS. And even the NCAA, they only play 12. Like, not enough games, if you ask me, mate. When I was in grade 7 playing Little League Aussie footy, that was 10 games. Well, these guys are, you know, a lot older than that, so they should be playing more games. So hope the CIS does something about that.
I agree. I mean, 8 games, it is a little bit much because you're finally getting into it, and then the year is done. I mean, I went to a few University of Alberta games. I have friends on there. A good buddy of mine is a receiver on the University of Alberta, and I mean, they had their own run. They beat Regina here. They almost they had a shot at beating Calgary. But I mean, 8 games is too little for these guys. I mean, give them at least 10 games. At least 10.
Oh, that's right. 8 games, you get injured for a couple, then your season's over. Like, I don't know why it's so short. But this president of the Ottawa Swans Footy Club here, he told me because of the school year starts so late, so they can't start earlier. Well, maybe that is the case, but yeah, not enough games. And I love football. I like hockey, but I love football. So I'd love to see more kids playing in the football than the hockey, mate.
No, of course. And I know, Mick, I know you're an NFL fan, too. I know your team is the Denver Broncos. So how does it feel to McDaniel's fired now?
Mate, it feels good. Long-time Bronco fan. I lived in the ski resort out there in, 1996 and got good friends with this fella that took me to watch the Broncos. Big John Elway fan. Stuck with him. I got my Tim Tebow brand new jersey sitting here next to my BC Lions jersey. Josh McDaniels, I didn't like him from day one. Now, I heard you on your last week's show. You were dissing Jay Cutler a little bit. I've been a big Jay Cutler fan. I know he throws some intersections, but listen, last year in the Bears, he had no one to throw to, right?
True.
I think he's learned his lesson a bit, you know, like he still is a bit hot-tempered and stuff, but just think if Broncos still had Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall, mate, we'd win the AFC division, which is pretty average at the moment. So I'm very happy that John. I'm glad that they got rid of McDaniels. Haven't been a fan. He's too young, too inexperienced. Thought he could control the world. You know, obviously he'll be a good coach one day, but glad he was out there, Avry. Good news.
No, it's true. And of course, you know, the whole videotaping practice of the 49ers and the signals, I think that really ended his time there, you know, with the whole signal stealing thing. That really put him in crap right there, I find, too.
Yeah, it sounded a bit suspect over there in Pommy land, over there in England. Well, the Pommies, we call them. So, yeah, a bit of trouble out there. And it just sounded like he was copying Belichick. And I'm a big Patriots fan. You're not that keen on Tom Brady, but I like the Patriots, mate. Brady, oh, man. What a guy. I mean, I've met him a few times. I met him at Pro Bowl. I've met him at the Super Bowl media days. Fantastic fella. He shook my hand, took my card. And he just doesn't change. He's one of these guys that's level-headed, professional, doesn't change. Pity more of these athletes weren't like him that just want to play football and just a nice fella. So, Tom Brady, I think he's got MVP now, mate.
I don't know. I'm hearing rumors. I'm hearing Brady rumors. I mean, maybe Michael Vick rumors for MVP. What do you think about that? I'm hearing how Vick's turned around Philadelphia. People are saying Vick could be an actual can for MVP.
Avery, you're reading my mind. Like, Michael Vick was my favourite player before he went to jail for killing the dogs, right?
Right.
Now to see him come back, he's the most exciting footballer to watch. Like, you just watch him. He can do everything. Like, hey, he did the wrong thing, mate. I'm not going to get in any argument. He definitely did the wrong thing. He shouldn't have killed those dogs. It was pretty mean. But, mate, he got ridiculed, too. 2 years in the slammer for that. There's a lot of people done a lot worse stuff and spent less time. So I'm glad he's back out. He learned his lesson. He shouldn't have done it. But, yeah, Michael Vick, amazing. I don't think he should get MVP, though. I think Brady's been more consistent, got more wins. They're talking a few others like Rivers and a few blokes. But, no, I'll give it to Tom Brady, mate, for sure.
Brady, I don't know, but the thing is with Vic though, he admitted though he's slowed down. Michael Vick that has spent 2 years in jail, he's still faster than everybody else in the league. What does that say? A dude can be out of the game for 2 years and he's still faster than everybody else. That's insane though.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you imagine sitting in jail for 2 years, mate. You'd have a lot of time to think about what you've done wrong in life, wouldn't you? Like, I don't know, whether a spirit's visited him or what, but he's obviously got his head back together and, I don't know, just a fantastic player to watch, and I really hope he stays out of trouble and just gets a big contract, and good luck to the Eagles. I don't like the Philly fans. They're pretty fickle, those Philadelphia fans, but I've been a fan of Eagles teams back in Australia and the Burnaby Eagles out there and Vancouver, Aussie rules footy, so yeah, they're a bit of a favourite team right now for me, the Eagles, because just Michael Vick, he's just fantastic to watch. But, hey, some people will never forgive him. That's their right. I can understand that. But, I don't know, some people done a lot worse, mate, and spend a lot less time in jail. That's my only point, you know.
No, it's true. I can't let you go before I ask you this, though. But of course, we all have to talk about it. What do you think of one Mr. Brett Favre now with this whole situation?
Well, apparently his little episode chatting up that little chick on the sidelines of the New York Jets, they're going to come down with a decision on that fairly soon, but that's gone all quiet. I hope he gets off that, because let's be honest, right? Workplace harassment. She never lodged a complaint, you see.
Right.
It was this website that put up the pictures or whatever of Brett and apparently what he was doing and the voice message, but she never lodged a complaint. So how can there be a workplace court case type thing if the chick never lodged a complaint? That's my issue with it. Yeah, he shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have apparently sent the pictures of himself to that chick, right? Because she never made a complaint. Brett Favre, I don't know, he's definitely gone 1 year too long. A bit like me playing Aussie footy. I went 1 year too long, so Brett should have called it quits. He's had a rough trot this year.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm one of the biggest Favre fans out there. I mean, I used to be a Titans fan. I converted to a Packers fan because of Favre. But seeing him like this now, I mean, especially last week getting knocked out of the game. I mean, thinking about it, last year really should have been Brett's final year. I mean, this year was a disaster for Minnesota.
Yeah, that's right. And then when they had, I was so disappointed they got rid of Randy Moss. I mean, what an exciting team to watch. Brett Favre, Randy Moss, just a great team, and Rice and the running back, like, they got an exciting team, but it just shows you start the year bad like they did in the Cowboys, those rock stars down there in Dallas, and the season, 16 games is too short too, right? So you've got to get a good start. I hope the NFL go to 18 games. We play that up here in Canada, right? Aussie rules footy, they play 22. These guys get paid so much money. I hope they go 18 games if there is an NFL season at all next year. It's not looking good, Avry, unfortunately. And if there's no NFL next year, straight after the Grey Cup, I'm going back to Australia. I'm not spending a winter in Canada if there's no NFL, mate.
No, that's a good call, Mick. That's a good call. Before I let you go, Matt, why don't you tell us a bit about Total CFL and Myk TV? Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, mate, Total CFL has been going. It was one of the first ever CFL websites discussions. There's a lot of long-term fans on there, long-time experienced guys. So I especially want some new kids. Any of you young kids out there that like CFL but you're not sure of some of the rules, email me. I'll give you a free password. It says it's $20. Forget about that. That's just to scare off all the scammers. I'll get you a free password. Ask some questions. Ask questions about the CFL, and then you'll get really intelligent replies from some long-time very knowledgeable CFL guys like Satsfan in Winnipeg and Jim Wolf's his name, and Escanator up there in Edmonton, so some great guys. And then Mick Web TV is MykAussie.com. I've done 175 internet TV shows, NFL, CFL, tons of comedy. Pamela Anderson's on there, all the cheerleaders, so lots of great crazy stuff as well, Avry.
Mick, thanks for coming to the show again, man. Hopefully you call back soon, Mick.
All right, good talking to you and good to meet you, and thanks for playing in the snowball, and all the best with your online show, mate.
Thanks, Mick. Talk to you soon, man.
All right, see ya.
Yeah. Myk Aussie. Fantastic interview. First time ever. Oh, man. You gotta see Myk Aussie. Wears the same BC Lions shirt wherever he goes. Aussie Cork hat. You cannot miss Myk Aussie. You can spot him on anywhere. Fantastic interview. So much more to come after the break. NHL talk. MLB talk, maybe some NBA talk. Why don't we talk about the big whiny 3 in Miami? Why not? Let's go. Want to call into the show? Number to call 1-780-628-1771, extension code 260. This is Avry Sports Show on Ustream.tv/channel/Avry of Edmonton. Much more to come after the commercial break. Or music break, I shall say.